here at Caleña that is gonna tell you why you have to stop going to Medellin and come to our city, Cali, Colombia.
When most travelers plan a trip to Colombia, they first think about Medellin or the beaches. They first think about Medellin or the beaches up by Cartagena, and they forget about Cali, which is really a shame because Cali has a ton to offer. I'm going to show you everything that you can do in Cali and why it's such a sweet place to visit.
Okay guys, so the beaches in Colombia are extremely amazing. We have tons of places to visit in our country, but there is no other city with the same unique culture experience that you're gonna find in Cali.
Cali is the self-proclaimed salsa dancing capital of the world. You can't find salsa anywhere else in the world like this. It's everywhere you go, and with the taxi drivers and the supermarkets. Literally, salsa, they live it and they breathe it here. The energy of the people is unmatched. You can feel their energy everywhere you go. And apart from that, there are still plenty of things you can do. Now, Cali admittedly isn't the prettiest city in Colombia. In fact, some may say that it's ugly.
It's also not the safest city in Colombia.
But if you take precautions, you should be fine and you're guaranteed to have a blast.
Okay, so here are some awesome things to do in Cali, Colombia from a local.
Let's go! So let's start and get the obvious one out of the way first, and that is salsa, salsa, salsa. You can take salsa classes, super cheap. This is actually where we met each other, in salsa class. You can take group classes and get to know other Colombians really easily, make friends with locals. Group classes cost just a few bucks if you buy them like in a package. It's super cheap. Like in other developed countries, it would probably cost 5 or 10 times as much for the same level of classes.
And the teachers in Cali are unique. They're the best in the world.
You literally can pay a few bucks and you're getting taught by like a super expert professional salsa dancer who has won like world awards and everything. It's insane.
And after you go for some classes and you learn some steps, you can go out to many salsa clubs, salsa places, and the nightlife is super, super nice.
Literally every night of the week there are different places to go. Monday through Sunday you'll find different clubs full of people dancing, having fun, from small like teenagers to old grandpas and grandmas. Like literally you can find anything here. It's pretty hard to get bored.
And if dancing maybe is not your thing, it may be, ¿cómo se dice? Shy.
If you have 2 left feet.
If dancing is not your thing, you can also go to an amazing shows, salsa shows with the best dancers in Colombia.
Some of the best dancers in the world. Like you can go to the Delirio show, which is like a mix between salsa and like a circus show. There's El Mulato, which is like a theater salsa show with some of the best dancers. And there's a bunch of other ones, and
you can just have fun going out and seeing people. You're gonna feel the energy, the happiness, you know?
Not to mention Salsódromo, which is like a huge carnival parade. Imagine like in Brazil, the carnival, but all salsa. They shut down the whole highway and they have stands going down the highway and you can dance in it. We danced in it 2 times.
It's awesome, guys. You need to check it out for sure.
Okay, enough about salsa. What else can we do in Colombia?
Okay, guys, as you probably know, in Rio, they have Christ the Redeemer. Christ the Redeemer. Mm-hmm. And in Cali, Colombia, we also have our own
Cristo Rey. King Christ that watches over the city. You can travel up the mountain and visit the statue. It has beautiful views of the whole city. And when you're done, you can do what I like to do even more, and that is...
Eat!
Eat! To visit Pizza Street. It's not really called Pizza Street, it's just what I call it. But there's literally, on the way up the mountain, there's probably 20 different pizza shops, one after the other, and they all have a beautiful view of the entire city. So after you visit the statue, you can come down and have some nice pizza with a view. It's nice and cool up there because Cali is a little bit hot.
Let me mention that these places are no 5-star places. You're not gonna find the most fancy pizza places there, but the views are incredible.
Yes, totally worth it.
Okay, next up is San Antonio neighborhood, where you can find a traditional and beautiful, colorful neighborhood in Cali.
It's a super old, historical neighborhood with the houses painted different colors. There's a bunch of different nice restaurants there, tons of people. There's a church and a park you can visit that has views of the city. It's a pretty busy place, and it's one of the top tourist spots. A lot of the hostels and things are in San Antonio, and so it can be a little bit hectic, but it's definitely something cool to visit.
Okay, the next thing to do in Cali, Colombia that not many travelers know is going to the river. Pance River is one of the most beautiful rivers in Colombia.
That's debatable, but it is very beautiful, and it's a cool experience, especially to go on the weekends. It's a true local experience. Everyone goes there with their family and they sit in this cold river. There's exercise paths, you can go running and exercise.
That's like our beach.
Yeah, they just set stones out next to the river and light a fire and put the pot in the fire, make some nice soup, and the whole family eats there. It's like Cali's beach pretty much.
Yeah.
Also, if you go there, they have a few different restaurants that are right along the river where they give you these huge, giant plates for lunch of this delicious food, and you can sit and watch all the people having fun out there. And so it's definitely a local experience and something that most people don't know about.
Okay, next up is my favorite part of the city, which is the west side.
West side.
Okay, in the west side, you're gonna find neighborhoods like San Antonio, Peñón. Granada is a little bit close to the north part.
But it's still in the same area, Granada. And also you have to visit the cat and his girlfriends. What are the cat and his girlfriends?
They are just right by the river, a beautiful, beautiful walk that you can take.
So there's like a sculpture of one cat. There's a story behind all this, but we don't remember at the time. And it's a guy cat, and they ended up sculpting a bunch of different lady cats, which are his girlfriends. They're all painted different pretty colors, and you can kind of walk through the park and see all the different cats, which for me, it represents how in Colombia, the guys have a bunch of girlfriends all the time. I don't know what it represents in real life.
I didn't think about that before. Yeah, so as you walk through the river, you're gonna find a lot of restaurants around, pretty places. It's also close to the zoo, which is not the most amazing and beautiful zoo in the world.
Ah, the zoo.
But if you have kids and you wanna do something with them, the zoo is a very good option.
I think it's a cool zoo. You should check out the zoo.
Yeah. Okay, now that we talk about the west and the south of the city, let's mention
downtown.
The downtown of Cali.
In downtown, you can visit places like the pretty Ermita Church, which is just stunningly beautiful. They also have a really cool discoteca and kind of restaurant type thing that's next to Ermita called Pergola.
Which is very cool.
Which is a very cool place to visit pretty much any day of the week. On the weekends, it's more crazy party, and on the week, it's more chill and casual. So in downtown, they're starting to open up new, cool, different places that you can visit, like Pergola, like I mentioned. But there are also parts of downtown that are a little bit dangerous and crazy, especially if you're walking around like a gringo by yourself. And so be careful with that. Make sure not to dar papaya,
which is give people the opportunity to rob you.
Don't walk around with your cell phone and your gold watch
stuff,
and your bling bling. Just low key. Also, you probably want to avoid the east side of the city. That's probably where the most dangerous areas are. So if you stick to the south and the west and the north, if you want, there's some cool things up there as well. You should be good to go.
Okay guys, so the next place we have to mention is Galeria Alameda.
This is like a cool big marketplace where you can go and see tons of different fruit. There's some restaurants in there with really delicious food. They sell all sorts of random stuff, pretty much anything you can find in La Galeria Alameda. Speaking of food, there are some dishes that you have to try while you're in Cali because they're so crazy and so delicious. And those dishes are, number one, ensalada de frutas, the fruit salad, but not just any fruit salad. This is the ultimate mega fruit salad of the universe. This thing comes with all the fruits you can imagine, plus some tropical fruits that you probably can't imagine. Also, yogurt, crema de leche, I don't know how to say that, but most importantly,
cheese!
Cheese and ice cream. That's really what makes the difference with these fruit salads. It's like the best delicious orgasm in your mouth that you'll ever have. And it's pretty much like a dessert, but we pretend it's healthy.
Okay, there is a bunch of things that you can try. Salty things like aborrajado, which is made from plantains. You can find potatoes with food inside. You can have
cholados is typical of Colombia.
Cholados.
It's like shaved ice with a bunch of fruit and different things in there.
Like there is a tons of food, guys. You need to come here and eat it all.
And if you want specific recommendations on where to get those foods, make sure to check out our blog post on Cali, which I'll link below in the description.
So you can find all of this food everywhere you go. But let me mention that in Cali, we have amazing restaurants.
Fancy restaurants.
And the prices are super, super cheap compared to other countries.
We even did a whole video of trying to live like millionaires in Cali, Colombia for a day. And we went to the top rated fancy restaurant in Cali. And I think our bill came out to like $15 per person or something for the main dish.
Yeah.
We ordered some other things, but it's super crazy cheap. Like what'd you pay for a normal meal in the US, for example? You could get a gourmet luxury meal here in Cali.
Guys, there is also another amazing things to do a little bit outside of the city.
Some of the things are bird watching. There's some awesome places to see like the most exotic birds. I think it's a place where all like professional bird watchers come to see birds of a bunch of different colors.
There is like a festival once a year, but I'm not sure what's the date, so you can search about it.
You can also visit San Cipriano, which is like a tiny jungle village where you have to take these moto brujas, which is like a makeshift motorcycle cart thingy that they go on live railroad tracks with actual trains on them. And you have to go into the jungle and then you can rent tubes and float down the river in the middle of the jungle. That's also pretty close to Cali.
You can also go to a finca house, which is a very nice place.
It's like a
to
Colombian
go on weekends.
It's like a Colombian mountain cottage house in the beautiful mountains with animals. We have a whole video on when we were living in a finca, and it's just amazing to see all the different animals and mountains. And it's something that Colombians do on the weekend, like instead of camping like we would do in the US, they go to the finca. And so you can rent a finca for either a big group, or there's also ones where you can just rent rooms and go to fincas. And so that's another really local, traditional thing to do. Apart from finca houses, there's also a couple different places where you can stay in these little glamping bubbles up in the mountain. And we stayed in one of those as well. You can check out the video here.
Apart from that, we have a lot of pretty waterfalls around and small towns close to the city.
But this video is getting long enough as it is, so for more information on the things to do outside of Cali, make sure to check out the blog post in the description. Guys, if you're planning a trip to Cali, or if you're already in Cali and you want some recommendations or tips for different places to visit or to stay safe or anything like that, leave us a comment below. We can help you out. Subscribe for more videos on living and traveling in Colombia or just a digital nomad lifestyle in general. And we'll see you in the next video.
Bye!